Hi guys, what we're looking at here is a extract from my daily report that I do every morning. So you can see this whole grain mustard or key battery, and it's coming and going. Some days there's no display at all, and then other days it just starts working. I'm not doing anything to it. I can only imagine it's maybe the sunshine warms the liquid up or something, and that encourages it to run. But we had several days there where it was actually running absolutely perfectly, and then it stopped again. Hi guys, time for an update on the whole grain mustard battery, as I've been calling it, or the brass key battery. Call it what you like, really. It's based on some whole grain mustard that I found in this jar with a date on it about 2 years out of date. So I was going to throw it out, and then I thought, well, we'll just make use of it anyway because it's got vinegar in it. So it's basically a vinegar battery. And then I've got this old key that I found that looks like it's brass. It may not be pure brass. Well, brass is a alloy anyway. So I've been using that as the copper electrode, and then I've been using my usual magnesium as the negative electrode, and you can see it does get eaten away. So I have just replaced it. I'm not quite sure what some of the stuff is that's floating around in there. It's something to do with what was mixed in with the whole grain mustard. It seems to suit itself when it wants to work. For most of the time it looks like this, completely dead, and then suddenly about 3 days ago it decided to start working, and it worked absolutely fine for about 3 days, and then today it stopped again. So I don't know quite what's going on. I mean, it may be different chemicals are getting released as things go rotten inside, but one way or the other, at this moment in time, it's died again. It was all right this morning, I think. Yeah, it was all right this morning, and it was perfect for the 3 days before that. And then before that, it wasn't working. So I don't quite know what's going on. It's got to be chemical reactions. I did think it might have been that one, but I've just replaced it with a perfectly good new one, and we're not getting anything out of it. I could just try scraping that to give us a bit more shiny surface, because it does oxidize. Let's put that in now, a bit cleaner. We got a little bit more out of it. I don't know if you can see, but you can just faintly see the numbers appear at the background. I thought I might take the key out and give that a little bit of a clean as well. So if we take that off, turn that around, it looks clean enough. I've got a bit of a layer there where it just goes into the top of the liquid. I could probably put a little bit more water in there. Because it's dropped a little bit from where it was. Let's just pop that back in, see if that makes any difference. No, we haven't suddenly got a nice solid display. We've got a faint display, but not a good solid display. what I usually assume is, being in the window ledge, it gets sunlight on it, and that probably warms the liquid, and that might help. You can almost see a display there now. If I just tilt it the right way. What I'm tempted to do is just add some vinegar in there to strengthen the mixture. I could probably just tip out the mustard seed, because I don't think that's actually adding anything to it. As I say, that was just what was in the jar when I found it out of date. Well, we're almost getting a display now, look. So maybe it was a matter of stirring it up a bit. I might add a bit of vinegar. It feels like cheating, but it did originally have vinegar in it as part of the constituents. Oh, look at that. That's nearly all the way there. And then it goes again. Let's clean this end. Oh, well, that won't help. The positive leads just come off. We've resoldered the wire onto the key. Keep an eye on that just in case it suddenly starts working. Well, we do have a display. In fact, that looks reasonably good. It may get better as it settles down, or it may not. It actually looks better on the camera than it does to me. If I turn that at a bit of an angle, the top half of the display is lighter than the bottom half. That's what the cooker clock says. But yeah, it's coming and going. Whether that will last. We'll find out. That'll do for now. So we've resoldered the key, cleaned the key a bit, cleaned well, replaced the magnesium and cleaned it. And topped up the liquid a bit. As I say, that's basically vinegar. A quick update. Yeah, it's practically died already. So that didn't last long, but you can never tell. We'll have a look tomorrow morning. I'll put it on my daily good morning video. You never know, it might come back again. It's really weird the way it comes and goes. But at the moment, we've got half a display. Here we are the next morning, and we appear to have a good display again. Must be some sort of chemical reaction that has to build up. Anyway, at the moment, we have a good display. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.